Quote 1. You are stronger than the storm you're facing. Title: The storm won't last, but your strength will. Storms in life have a way of making us feel small and powerless. The waves of hardship crash relentlessly, and it's easy to believe you'll never make it to the other side. But here's the truth: the storm doesn't define you, your strength does. In Isaiah 41:10, God says, "Do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. You may feel weak now, but strength isn't measured by how you feel, it's measured by your ability to keep going despite the fear and pain." Think of the strongest trees. They don't grow in easy conditions. They grow roots deeper in the soil to withstand the winds and storms. You are the same. Every challenge you face is making you more resilient, more rooted in your faith and purpose. The storm you're in will pass, but the strength you build will remain. Hold on, keep standing, and know that you're being shaped into someone who can weather anything life throws your way. Quote 2. God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. Title: Unqualified. Perfect for God's plan. Have you ever felt unworthy or incapable of fulfilling a calling placed on your heart? It's a common feeling, one that makes us question why God would choose someone like us. But throughout the Bible, God has shown that He doesn't look for the most qualified, He looks for the most willing. Moses stuttered. David was a shepherd boy, and Paul had a past full of mistakes. Yet, God used them to accomplish extraordinary things. 1 Corinthians 1:27 reminds us that God chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. When God calls you, He equips you. Your flaws and weaknesses don't disqualify you, they make room for His strength to shine through. You don't need to have all the answers or skills. You just need faith. Trust that if He has called you to something, He will give you everything you need to succeed. The question isn't whether you're qualified, it's whether you're willing to say yes. Quote 3. Growth begins where your comfort zone ends. Title: Step out to step up. Growth lies beyond comfort. Comfort zones are cozy, predictable, and safe, but they're also the places where dreams go to die. When you cling to what feels familiar, you block yourself from the opportunities waiting just outside the walls of fear and self-doubt. Growth requires risk, discomfort, and a willingness to stretch beyond what you think is possible. Philippians 4:13 reminds us, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Every time you step outside your comfort zone, you step closer to the person God created you to be. Think of Peter stepping out of the boat to walk on water. The boat was safe, but it wasn't where he was meant to stay. Even when he faltered, Jesus was there to guide him. In the same way, God will meet you in your moments of discomfort. The discomfort you feel now is the price you pay for growth tomorrow. Embrace it, it's a sign you are on the right path. Quote 4. Faith doesn't make things easy, it makes them possible. Title: Faith over fear, the key to the impossible. Faith is often misunderstood as a guarantee of an easy life. But real faith doesn't eliminate challenges, it empowers you to face them with courage. Faith is believing that even when you can't see the outcome, God is working behind the scenes for your good. In Luke 1:37, we're reminded, "For with God, nothing will be impossible." Think of the moments when you wanted to give up, but chose to trust anyway. That trust is faith in action. It's what allows you to take steps forward, even when the path is unclear. Faith doesn't promise an easy road, but it does promise that you won't walk it alone. Whatever mountain you're facing, remember that faith is your strength to climb it. Keep believing, keep praying, and keep moving forward, because with faith, the impossible becomes reality. Quote 5. Your past doesn't define you, your choices today do. Title: Your past isn't your prison, choose freedom today. The past has a way of trying to chain us down with regret, shame, or guilt. But the beautiful truth is that your past doesn't have the final say. Each day is a new opportunity to choose differently, to grow and to redefine who you are. In 2 Corinthians 5:17, it says, "If anyone is in Christ, they are a new creation. The old has passed away, behold, the new has come." What you've done before doesn't have to dictate where you go from here. Every mistake, every failure, and every setback is simply a stepping stone. The choices you make today, kindness, forgiveness, and courage, are what truly define you. Don't let the past whisper lies about your worth. Instead, let it remind you of how far you've come and inspire you to keep moving forward. Quote 6. The biggest battles we fight are often within ourselves. Title: Win the war within. Conquer your inner struggles. The hardest battles aren't fought in the world around us, they're fought in our minds and hearts. Doubt, fear, insecurity, and negativity can create a storm within us that's more destructive than any external challenge. Yet, God has equipped us to overcome these inner battles. In 2 Timothy 1:7, we read, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind." Winning the battle within begins with recognizing that you're not alone. God's strength is made perfect in your weakness, and He stands ready to help you silence the lies of fear and self-doubt. Each time you choose faith over fear, hope over despair, and love over anger, you're claiming victory in the war within. Remember, the greatest transformations happen when you conquer the enemy inside yourself. Quote 7. Your dreams are valid, no matter how big they seem. Title: Dare to dream big, your vision is possible. It's easy to dismiss your dreams as too big or unattainable, especially when doubt and criticism creep in. But the size of your dream doesn't matter. What matters is your belief in it. God plants dreams in our hearts for a reason, and He gives us the tools to pursue them. Jeremiah 29:11 reminds us, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future." No dream is too big for the God who created the universe. Your job isn't to figure out every step. It's to take the first one and trust Him to guide you. The world may tell you to play it safe, but your dreams are valid and they're worth the risk. Chase them with faith, courage, and the knowledge that you are capable of achieving greatness. Quote 8. Every storm has a purpose. It's shaping you for greater things. Title: Strength in the storm. Finding purpose in life's trials. Life storms can feel overwhelming, but they're not without purpose. Each challenge you face is refining you, building resilience, and preparing you for the future. Just as a seed must endure pressure to sprout and grow, so must you weather life's storms to reach your potential. In Romans 8:28, it says, "And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose." Storms often reveal what we're made of, showing us our inner strength and capacity to endure. They teach us patience, deepen our faith, and remind us of the power of surrender. Rather than resist the storm, lean into it, trusting that it's shaping you into the person you're meant to be. When the sky's clear, you'll find yourself stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your destiny. Quote 9. Small steps in faith lead to big victories in life. Title: The Power of Small Steps. Faith Moves Mountains. Life's greatest victories rarely come all at once. They're the result of countless small steps taken in faith. Each step, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals and strengthens your resolve. Matthew 17:20 reminds us, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you, even when the journey feels daunting. Every small action you take is an act of faith. Celebrate those steps, for they signify progress. With each moment of trust and effort, you're building the foundation for something extraordinary. Life is not a race to the finish line, but a series of moments that, when combined, lead to your greatest triumphs. Take that small step today. It's the beginning of something incredible. Quote 10. Your words have power. Speak life, and watch things change. Title: The Miracle of Words. Speak life into your world. Words are more than sounds. They're seeds that shape your reality. The things you say, both to yourself and others, carry the power to build up or tear down. Proverbs 18:21 says, the tongue has the power of life and death, and those who love it will eat its fruit. When you choose to speak words of faith, encouragement, and hope, you create an atmosphere where miracles can happen. Think about the times someone's words inspired you, or how your own words brought comfort to someone else. Speaking life isn't just about positivity. It's about aligning your words with truth and purpose. Declare blessings, speak strength over your challenges, and use your voice to uplift others. As you speak life, you will not only change your world, but also inspire those around you to believe in greater possibilities. Quote 11. Patience isn't waiting, it's trusting in God's timing. Title: The Beauty of God's Timing. Trust the process. Patience is often misunderstood as passive waiting, but it's so much more. True patience is an active trust in God's perfect timing, even when circumstances feel delayed or uncertain. In Ecclesiastes 3:1, we're reminded, there is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. Trusting God means believing that His plan is always better than ours, even when we don't see the full picture. While waiting, God is often preparing you for what's next. It's in the waiting that character is built, faith is strengthened, and perspective is gained. Instead of focusing on what hasn't happened yet, focus on what you can learn and how you can grow. God's timing is never late, it's always right on schedule. Rest in His plan, knowing that everything will unfold as it should. Quote 12. Forgiveness isn't for them, it's freedom for you. Title: Let Go and Heal. The Power of Forgiveness. Forgiveness can feel impossible when you've been deeply hurt, but it's one of the most freeing choices you can make. Holding on to anger or resentment only weighs you down and keeps you chained to the pain. Forgiveness doesn't excuse the hurt, it releases you from its grip. In Ephesians 4:32, we're called to be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other, just as in Christ God forgave you. Choosing to forgive is an act of courage. It doesn't mean forgetting what happened, but rather deciding that the past won't control your future. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself a way to unburden your soul and reclaim your peace. When you let go of bitterness, you make room for healing, growth, and new beginnings. Choose freedom today by choosing forgiveness. Quote 13. Peace isn't the absence of problems. It's the presence of God. Title: True Peace, Finding God in Life's Chaos. Peace isn't about living a life free from struggles. It's about finding stillness in the midst of them. True peace comes from knowing that God is with you, guiding you, and giving you strength, no matter what you face. John 16:33 offers this promise. In this world, you will have trouble. But take heart, I have overcome the world. When life feels chaotic, anchor yourself in God's presence. His peace isn't fleeting or circumstantial, it's a constant assurance that you are held and cared for. By surrendering your worries to Him, you allow His peace to fill your heart and mind. No matter what storms you face, trust that His presence is all you need to navigate them with grace and courage. Quote 14. Strength isn't the absence of fear, it's moving forward despite it. Title: Courage over Fear, Redefining Strength in Challenging Times. True strength is not found in being fearless. It's found in taking action even when fear looms large. Life is filled with moments that test your resolve and push you out of your comfort zone. In Joshua 1-9, God encourages us with these words: be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Fear will always try to hold you back, whispering doubts and amplifying insecurities. But strength is choosing to trust in something greater: your purpose, your faith, your vision. Every step you take in the face of fear is a victory. It's not about being fearless. It's about refusing to let fear dictate your life. Lean into the promise that God walks with you, and let His strength be your foundation. Quote 15. Purpose doesn't always shout, sometimes it whispers. Title: Discovering Purpose in the Quiet Moments of Life. Purpose is often misunderstood as a grand, earth-shattering revelation, but more often, it's a quiet whisper that nudges your heart in the right direction. It's the pull you feel when doing something that aligns with your soul. Psalm 37:23 says, "The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and He delighteth in His way." Purpose is revealed not in noise, but in the stillness where God speaks to your spirit. Pay attention to the small things that bring you joy or ignite your passion. They often hold clues to your greater purpose. The world may try to rush you into defining success, but God's plan unfolds in His perfect timing. Purpose doesn't need to be grand to be meaningful, whether it's touching one life or a million. Every purpose is significant. Trust the whispers and take the next step. Quote 16. You don't need all the answers to take the first step. Title: The Leap of Faith, Starting Without Knowing the End. Too often, we wait for perfect conditions or absolute clarity before making a move. But life's greatest journeys rarely begin with all the answers. In Proverbs 3:5-6, we are reminded, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to Him, and He will make your path straight. Taking the first step without certainty isn't recklessness, it's faith in action. The path becomes clearer as you move forward, one step at a time. Trust that God will provide what you need when you need it. Each small step builds momentum, courage, and clarity. Don't let fear of the unknown paralyze you. Start where you are with what you have, and trust that the rest will fall into place. Quote 17. Joy isn't found in what you have. It's found in gratitude for what you already possess. Title: Unlock True Joy, the Power of Gratitude. Joy isn't about the accumulation of wealth or achievements. It's about appreciating the blessings in your life right now. In 1 Thessalonians 5:18, we're called to give thanks in all circumstances. For this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus. Gratitude shifts your focus from what's lacking to what's already abundant. When you pause to count your blessings, health, relationships, even the breath in your lungs, you unlock a deeper sense of joy. Gratitude doesn't ignore challenges, but redefines them, helping you see the lessons and growth they bring. Joy is a choice, and it begins with a grateful heart. The more you embrace gratitude, the more you'll find joy, even in life's simplest moments. Quote 18. The past is a lesson, not a life sentence. Title: Freedom from the past. Learn, let go, and live. Your past does not define you. It's merely a chapter in the story of your life. The mistakes you've made or the pain you've endured are not the final word. In Isaiah 43:18-19, God tells us, "Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I am doing a new thing." The past is meant to teach you, not trap you. Holding on to regret or bitterness only weighs you down. Instead, reflect on the lessons and move forward with wisdom and grace. God's mercies are new every morning, offering you a fresh start. Embrace the freedom that comes with forgiveness of yourself and others and step boldly into the future He has planned for you. Quote 19. Dream big, but start small. Title: From Small Beginnings to Great Heights, The Journey to Big Dreams. Great achievements often begin with humble beginnings. The key is to dream boldly while faithfully taking small, consistent steps toward your goals. In Zechariah 4:10, it's written, "Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin." Big dreams are built one brick at a time. Starting small doesn't mean thinking small. It means laying a strong foundation and trusting that each small action will lead to larger outcomes. Whether it's learning a skill, saving for a dream, or building a relationship, each step is significant. God honors faithfulness in the little things. So start where you are and trust Him to guide the journey. Dream big, act small, and watch His plan unfold. Quote 20. The journey matters as much as the destination. Title: Finding Purpose in the Journey, a new perspective on life's path. We often fixate on reaching the finish line, whether it's a goal, a dream, or a life milestone. Yet the true beauty of life lies in the journey, not just the destination. Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, there is a time for everything, and a season for every activity under the heavens. Every moment, step, and detour has a purpose in shaping you into the person you are meant to be. The journey teaches resilience, patience, and gratitude. It's in the process that you grow, learn, and discover your true self. When you embrace the journey, you begin to see value in the small wins, the lessons from setbacks, and the relationships formed along the way. Life isn't just about getting there, it's about becoming the best version of yourself as you move forward. Cherish the journey, for it holds the memories and moments that make the destination meaningful.